It's a personal protection order proceeding, Randy South and Lisa Berggren. May I have the names of our participants, please, beginning in the courtroom?
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Margaret Noe. I'm an attorney. I'm present with Randy Lynn South, representing petitioner in this personal protection order. He is seated at my left.
Thank you. And I'm attorney Ashley Hanson Grimes. I represent the respondent in this matter, Lisa Berggren, and she is joining us via Zoom.
Very good. I understand from our brief bench conference that there may be a resolution.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Whoever would like to address that?
I will. At this time, the parties do mutually agree to terminate the personal protection order between Mr. South and Ms. Berggren. Each party agrees to give a wide berth and stay out of each other's way. My client, Ms. Berggren, has no objection and will not interfere if her husband so desires to have contact and a relationship with Mr. South. However, she will not be having any contact with Mr. South. Also, there is a matter of a trailer. My client does not want doesn't really want his property on her property anymore. However, she doesn't understand that the ground is horribly, conditions would not be right for a removal that would not cause damage or would not put additional hardship on Mr. South. So we are in agreement for him to keep the trailer that is there on the property until conditions are such that he could remove it without any wear and tear on the actual trailer itself or on the property that the Berggrens have. My client agrees that she is not going anywhere near it, nor would she enter it for any purpose, nor does she have any keys or anything that she would enter it. She doesn't have the feasibility to do that. We will address that again to see where the conditions are at our next hearing in the other matter in January to see if Mr. South has somewhere to take it. We're more than happy to allow him to take it at any time that he wants, but probably looking more towards the spring of the year when places for him to move it would be more advantageous than they are at this time.
Do you wish to take any testimony from your clients today to confirm?
Yes, if I may briefly, Your Honor. You would swear him in accordingly.
Yes, Deputy Ames, let's go ahead and have you swear in Mr. South as well as Ms. Berggren, in case Ms. Hanson Grimes wants to have a chat with her too.
You raise your right hand, please, Ms. Berggren. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Okay, we'll let Ms. Noe start with her client.
You are Randy Lynn South.
Yes, I am.
And at the time, on the date of 10/13/23, you were living at 6223 West Beecher Road with Tim Berggren. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And at that time, you sought and were granted by this court a personal protection order against Lisa and Annette Berggren. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And at this time, you have no objection to this court setting aside that personal protection order. Is that true?
That's true.
Were the facts that you set forth in your request for the personal protection order accurate, complete, and truthful?
Yes,
However, at this time, you have moved out of that address. Is that true?
that is correct.
And at this time, it's your understanding that Lisa Berggren is living there with Tim Berggren, who you were his caregiver at that time. Is that true?
That is correct.
And at this time, you have moved out with all of your personal property with the exception of a trailer that is existing on that property away from the home where she's living. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you agreed to setting aside the personal protection order,
I do.
and you don't anticipate having any contact with Lisa. Is that true?
That's true.
However, if you wish, and if Tim wants, you would have contact with Tim if you both wanted the same. Is that true?
That is true.
And you would not want Lisa to interfere with any of that. Is that correct?
That's true.
And you would like to have no less than 6 months in order to have your trailer removed from that property, is that true?
That is true.
And that is so that you could safely remove it with the ground being appropriate?
Yes, so I don't have any damage to their yard.
And you would like to be able to secure a place to store it, is that true?
That is true.
And you would like a period of no less than 6 months to do that?
That is true.
And you would not want Lisa or anybody else to enter or remove anything from the trailer during that 6 months period?
Yes,
And those are the terms you agreed to in order to set aside the PPO.
that is true.
And again, you do so with no question about your ability to keep safe from Lisa at this time, now that you're no longer on the property.
True.
And you have no, at this time, you have, when you last saw Tim, is it your impression that he was not clear-headed?
True.
And you asked this court to set aside a personal protection order?
Yes, I do.
I have no other questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?
Yes, Mr. South, is your trailer insured
Yes, it is.
through a valid personal property insurance
Yes.
policy in your own name?
Yes,
Okay, paid for by you,
yes,
and that is correct.
yes,
Okay, so you would hold harmless if a tree fell on it or anything, you would hold the Bergrens
no,
harmless?
no, nothing.
Okay, do you have Facebook?
No, I do not.
Okay, does anybody in your household have Facebook?
No,
But do you agree to not go on to Lisa Bergren's page, not report to anybody in the community what you may find there, and to not have others do the same for you?
I do.
Okay, do you also,
Your Honor, I would object to any further inquiry, nor would I hold my client responsible for any, he's not agreeing to any Facebook activity here. I mean, is Ms. Bergren agreeing to the same, where are we going with this? What, you want some extended Facebook activity precautions here?
in the personal protection order that he signed, or that he asked for, part of that is to not have online communication with one another and to not have,
So are you asking for the personal protection order to be continued?
no, I'm asking that he understands that what he asked for
Okay,
would no longer stand. So it would not be appropriate for either one of them to go onto each other's Facebook pages or.
so do you want the PPO to continue? It's your motion to set it aside. If you want them not, you want him to be prohibited from any Facebook activity, we could continue the personal protection order, but neither one of them should be engaging in Facebook activity. Does Ms. Bergeron want to not engage in Facebook activity with each other? Then they ought to have a gentle agreement accordingly, but that's not a part of this court's order continuing if they no longer have a PPO.
I wanted to make sure that your client understood
Does your client
as
understand
a
that?
non-domestic PPO that does include online presence and online activity. And so it's just making sure, because it is out of the ordinary and it is subject, because these are usually personal protection orders between strangers, that is also included. If you represent that he understands what he had asked for, then so be it. I just wanted to ensure that he understood that it doesn't just include seeing people across the way, it includes any and all contact in any way. For Ms. Bergren and for him, that everybody will give everyone a wide berth.
Are we asking the court to enforce further agreement here that neither of them will engage in Facebook content regarding the other?
I was just asking if he understood that that's what the wide berth meant. That no, he's not going to contact Lisa, Lisa's not going to contact him, but there will be no order enforcing that, but that is
That's
what he
not
asked for.
Facebook, that's email and texting, that's not Facebook. Facebook is where you go on and talk about the other people and can be often abused and misrepresentative of each other's names and reputations. Contact is Facebook, phone, email, and such.
I could offer the two of you this. I am happy to issue the order on the motion to terminate the personal protection order today. And outside of that order, anything else would have to be put together by stipulation between the two of you so that you could hammer out any additional language that you may need in the future.
Your Honor, not to have the court or Ms. Noe understand, I was just making sure as I was going through what had been ordered, that he understood that it meant that as well. That Ms. Bergren wasn't going to be talking about this matter on Facebook, nor would he, and that's what my line of questioning was for. There is no need for additional orders. I was just clarifying the boxes that he had originally checked.
Well, additionally, there's been an agreement placed on the record about the trailer. So I can issue the order on motion to terminate, but I will have no language in there regarding the trailer or any other agreement. So what I would suggest to you is I will issue this order, and if there are any other orders that you wish to entertain, you could do that separate.
Your Honor, I wasn't requesting an additional order. I was just going through to make sure that he understood that that this not being present anymore, what he initially had asked for, and I wasn't sure that he had, but to my understanding, he now knows, and his competent counsel can surely explain to him what I meant by that. So I have no further questions for Mr. Sullivan. I have no questions for Ms. Bergren.
Okay. Ms. Noe, did you wish to question Ms. Bergren at all?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Again, I'll just reiterate for the record that I'm happy to grant the motion to terminate the personal protection order. I will issue this PO form to that effect, which is CC 385. I'll have a copy of that for you today. Any other orders that come out as a result of the discussion on record today will have to be done by stipulation or subsequent motion. Unless there's any questions, that's all for today.